this is Shantavia, aka Shay, from Obedience Podcast, and welcome to another episode of Intentionally Shay. So today I am going to be doing my makeup. I do have some questions to my left that I'm going to be answering as I do my makeup. I remember when I wrote it down, I was like, well, Lord, what in the world am I going to talk about while I do this? And then he led me to my good sis, Bum of Christ page, and she did get to know me. So I was like, oh, she did one too. Well, I will try my best to name everything that I'm using. I will try. First thing I do is spray my face with this rose water by Mario Baduscu. I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but this really hydrates my face. So I'll let that dry a little bit. But while that is drying a little bit, I'll get into the first question that says, how old are you? I am 27 years old. I'm still a baby. So before that dries completely, I am going to use my NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. And it is in the color Syracuse. It's in my color. It's the one I always get. Make sure you shake it up. And I do apply it with a beauty blender, and I just do 3 pumps. The next question is, do you have siblings? I grew up an only child, but I do have 2 half brothers. But I was raised alone. But I'm not spoiled. No matter what anybody says, I'm not spoiled. So the next question is, are you married with children? Physically, no, I am not married with children. Mentally, yes, I am married with children. I am waiting in expectation for my husband and our kids that we are going to share. But no, I don't have any kids, and I'm not married. I'm not even in a relationship right now. I do have 2 godchildren that are my children. I don't care what anybody says. They look just like me. Look at them. Nobody can tell me that those aren't my children. But no, I don't have children. I just claim to.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand.
So the next thing I'm going to do is put some concealer on, and I actually use LA Pro concealer, and I use the color Creamy Beige. I have repurchased this twice, so it is great if you're on a budget, but prior to me being on a budget, I did use NARS Creamy Concealer. It was really good. So I'm just going to squeeze it, and I just put it on directly on here. I know my makeup people be like, girl, no, don't do that, but listen, it works for me. So let me finish with my questions. It says, what college did you go to, and what did you go to for college? So I went to the University of South Alabama, USA, go Jags. And I graduated with a degree in health management and health informatics. How do I explain this? So basically, health management is like for people who manage healthcare facilities. So the office managers, hospital administration, I learned a lot about that in college. And then the health informatics side deals with the EHRs. So, like the computer systems that your doctors use and stuff. I learned about that in college. Currently, I am working in a company that deals directly with what I went to school for, so I am blessed in that area because I know a lot of people can't find jobs in what they got a degree in, so I'm very blessed and thankful for that. But what I do at my job now is I implement a electronic health record system, and so I teach various hospitals how to use my company software. So I am an implementation specialist. That's what I do Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 every day. You can catch me teaching a virtual class in my room every single day, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. The next question does go into what is your favorite thing about your career? And I would have to say my ability to work from home, if I'm being completely honest. But if we're talking about prior to then, I got to travel, and I travel a lot. I was introduced to a lot of different things that I would not have been introduced to before. So I would probably say that the growth that my job offered me. So the next thing I'm going to use is this Sasha Buttercup setting powder in the color Buttercup Light. I just use the bottom of my beauty blender. Y'all, I use this thing a lot, and I just apply it. Be careful because it does go a lot of places. Just apply it everywhere I put concealer. And while that sits there, I will go ahead and put my primer for my eye. And my eyeshadow primer is MAC Painterly. It's Pro Longwear Paint Pot. Ugh, this stuff is everywhere. But yeah, Painterly. And I just dip my finger right in it. And I just put it on my eyelid. And I bring it all the way up too. When I like do all of this stuff, I'm so pale. So let me get back to these questions. What is the deepest desire of your heart? To have my own place. That is my deepest desire. To have a 2-bedroom apartment. I want a 2-bedroom so I can have an office / studio and a guest room for family that may come to visit. And then I also want a balcony so I can go out there and have Bible studies, sit outside, drink a cup of coffee, drink a cup of wine, have friends over. I want to have a dining room, like a place to have a dining area, because I like to throw dinner parties. I also want to get to my own place so I can get my puppy that I want. His name is going to be Dakota. So yeah, that's my biggest desire right now. I'm just going to clean up my eyebrows. My eyebrow hairs do throw up gang signs if I don't keep them under control. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, and I use the e.l.f. cream eyeliner in the color Coffee for my eyebrows. The next question says, do you believe in the one? I'm assuming do you believe in the one means like a soulmate, I guess. That's what that means. And I do believe there is someone out there for me that Jesus wants for me. Well, that he made specifically for me. And I just have to make sure I choose that person. Because, God did give us free will. And I could be presented that person and act a fool and walk right past them. So yeah, I do believe in the one. With my brows, because they're not the same. They're made 2 different ways, and so it's so hard to get them to look alike or resemble each other. Because my eyebrows naturally, they stepsisters. To at least make them look related, it takes a lot of work. And then after I comb through, I put my gel on it, because like I told y'all, my eyebrows throw up gang signs. So I have to get some control. Oh, this is L'Oreal Paris Brow Stylist Boost and Set. I don't go deep. I don't put a lot on. Now, this stuff is great if you don't want to do your brows, but you're just trying to rush out the house. I use it for that too. The next question is, what is your favorite scripture? I have a lot. But I'll just tell y'all the scriptures that I have been meditating on daily and putting in my memory bank in my head. So I write them on a daily basis from my memory. And the first one is Proverbs 3:5-6, where it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. that scripture has definitely come in handy during this time that we're in. And then I'm just going to go in with some bronzer, some e.l.f. bronzer. I have, perpetually tan is the color. And then my next scripture is Ephesians 3:20. I did steal that from Ashley, but I need it right now in this season of my life because I realized that I wasn't trusting God in certain things, and just reminding myself of that scripture every single day is a must, which was also our anchor scripture for our Flip the Switch series that says, now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think. And that's in the King James Version. And then the next scripture talks about completeness, because I am on the journey of finding my complete self-worth. And the first one is Colossians 2:10 that says, now you are also complete through your union with Christ, who is the head over every ruler and authority. And then the next one is James 1:4 that says, now let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Alright, and just to give you guys another one of my favorites that I just know by memory, I have it tattooed on me, y'all, is you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you. That's one of my favorites. I do like to go in with the leftover setting powder and just go right in between there. Can y'all see? Right between there and there. Make it stick out a little bit more. It's a trick I learned. I saw the makeup girls do it. Did I go with all my scriptures? I think so. I think that's it. Y'all know I do love Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, and things not seen. I probably said that wrong. And then another one of my faves is Hebrews 11:6 that says, without faith it is impossible to please God. I think that's it. Y'all. That's a lot, huh? Yeah. Okay, next question is, do you have any advice for someone who wants to give their life to Christ? Just do it, girl. God, just do it. Just take the leap. It's going to be the best decision that you ever make. Don't delay it. I don't want you to have regret like me. I regret all the time that I delayed my process, because God told me a long time ago to start this process of giving my life to Him, and I delayed it. And I could have honestly been further than I am now if I would not have delayed it. So yeah, I'm gonna go in with some blush. This is from Tarte. This was a gift, and it's called Blushing Bride. I like it. So y'all just missed me putting on my blush. That's it. I like to put my base on first. I don't even know if you guys heard that. So now I'm going in to my eyeshadow. Now the first thing I am going to use is my Naked Urban Decay Heat Palette. This is a staple for me. This is just like my color heaven. These are all the colors that I love to use. This is what I think makes my brown eyes pop. So yeah. Now what I'm going in with is this kind of brush. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this. It's like a pointy brush. I'm going into my crease. This is the best brush to use for your crease.
Okay. Whatever that means.
That color right there. So I just go into my crease with it. No matter what eyeshadow look I'm doing, I always go in with this color every single time. Right. The next question is, what is your favorite thing about church? There's a lot of things I like about church. My church specifically is I like the order. Because I'm really like weird like that, and order makes me happy. So seeing a process flow smoothly is something that I love. So going in early and seeing the little countdown, seeing the worship team go on stage, seeing them perform, then seeing the pastor transition up there and them leave and him give his sermon and the ushers know when to sit and when to go. I just love order. And my church is really good at order, so I think that's one of my favorite things about church. The other thing is the spirit that is within the church. You know, church can be anywhere, but it's something about that building. It's something about being in the building with your pastor, your ministers, other people who are on fire with Christ, the worship service, the sermon. It just rejuvenates you. It's like I get so excited to learn. Y'all excuse me, I will do my crease for hours, so I'm gonna stop now. I do have this James Charles palette that I recently purchased, the Morphe James Charles palette that I purchased. My cousin King James Jr., his fiance, she is a makeup artist, and she recommended this palette to me because I told her, like, I looked at all my palettes one day, and literally all my palettes were the same color scheme. Like, I have a whole bunch of palettes, just like neutrals. And so I was like, I need a palette with color, and she told me to get this one. I haven't even dipped into it. Y'all see all of these colors? Y'all see all of that? I don't even own green eyeshadow. So this is exciting. So I'm definitely going to be using these pinks today. Ooh, it is bright. Okay. Alright. It's cute. It's cute. Get back to these questions. Your favorite place to pray? My room. In my bed. In the morning, when it's quiet in the house. That's my favorite place to pray. Okay, next is favorite person in the Bible? Ooh. Besides Jesus, of course, and God. I probably would have to say right now, Paul. I've been reading through his letters, trying to learn more about him. I feel like he's a huge inspiration with his discipleship for Jesus. So yeah, I would say Paul. He is definitely someone to admire as a disciple of Christ. The next question is, what motivates you to work hard? Right now, God just motivates me to work hard. Like, getting his word out there. Like, that's my ultimate goal. And just having quality content. Reach more people. That is what motivates me to go hard. Plus, we have a goal to get 1,000 subscribers, and so just trying to reach that goal, honestly. But our main drive is getting his word out there to people, and just letting them know, like, hey, this is not a boring life. Like, God can do so much for you if you just let him. You just let him, girl. Just let him. Bonus. Also, another thing that, like, motivates me to work hard, like, if you need something to pump you up, Beyonce's Formation gets me all the time. I know that's probably not like, what, girl? Like, what? That's not a Christian song, but the beat, the words, it's so motivating to get up and get done what's on your list or what you hoping for, or like what you're working for. It's just like, go do it. It's like motivation, you know? Because, you know, like, when you're working out, everybody can't listen to worship music. So this is kind of like that for me. Like, sometimes I just need a pump, you know? And, yeah, that's one of my favorite motivating songs. That'll get me pumped, and I'll get stuff done after I listen to that. So, yeah. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? But I don't think I'm ever going to live there. I just love it so much. And I don't think I'm going to live there because The crime is really bad, and it is so much like my hometown. It's no point. But if God leads me there, girl, I'm going. But I would say New Orleans. New Orleans, however y'all say it, but New Orleans is how we say it down here. I will live in New Orleans. I love the culture. It is one of my favorite places to go. And it just makes me so happy when I'm there. Like when I go there, my spirit is so happy. One time my cousin almost moved to New Orleans and I was just like, I will go with you. I will quit my job and go with you. I was so serious too. But yeah, New Orleans, I love New Orleans. Like I remember at one point, it was my mission. Like I would go to New Orleans, because I don't stay far. I would go to New Orleans and I would get on dating websites so I could find somebody in New Orleans to marry and we could stay there. Whew, child. That was back in the day. I don't live that way anymore. But yeah, New Orleans. That's where I would stay. The crime wasn't so bad, and if they weren't under sea level. Like, I can't see myself purchasing property somewhere like that. Like, girl. Yeah. Plus, I love the Saints. I love the Saints so much. I just love New Orleans. Okay, next question. What is your biggest fear? That I will stop being on fire for Christ and revert all the way back to my old ways. That's my biggest fear. Oh, and bugs, bugs like bees, wasps, spiders, anything that flies, anything that crawls. It's a no for me, fam. So the next question is, what is your favorite family vacation? I probably have to say when my family and I went to Nashville for my cousin's graduation from dental school. It was really fun to me because we all were together. It was like 4 cars of us driving to Nashville, and then we rented an Airbnb and we all stayed in the same house. So yeah, and just her taking us places to experience the place that she had been staying at for 4 years. It was good. It was a good time. It was a good family bonding time. That pigment just looks like that, and it's rose from MAC. I don't know if they still sell it. I got it a long time ago. I'm not answering questions. Okay. What would you change about yourself if you could? I probably would change me being so bashful. I don't like it. Like, it's a struggle for me to like go out and not be bashful. Like, if I could change that, like if I could have that outgoing personality, I totally would. It would be so much easier on my life. So yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would change. I'm trying to think if it's anything physically I would change. I feel like the Lord didn't give me boobs for a reason, though. I'm not even gonna say that. How bright it is. It's so bright, so pretty, so pretty, oh so pretty. So now I'm gonna go back in with the Vaseline. Do y'all see the difference? Y'all see it? Oh my gosh. It's so bright and pretty. I love pigment. Yes, this is the good stuff. Did I answer all the questions? No. Have you ever had a nickname? Shay. So my middle name is Tashay. Not Tasha, Tashay. Yeah, a lot of people say Tasha when they see my middle name, but it's Tashay, and all of my family calls me Shay. So that's my nickname. That's why I started saying AKA Shay, Because I was like, okay, we are probably confusing the heck out of these people. Because in the beginning, I would say, hey, my name is Shantavia, but then Ashley would call me Shay the whole show. But yeah. So, growing up, my family never calls me Shantavia, honestly. But, as I got older, in work, people call me Shantavia. And so, I don't mind going by that name professionally. Plus, because I like my name, so it wasn't a big deal for me. But a nickname that y'all probably don't know, that people really don't call me anymore, is Big White. Yeah, that was my nickname growing up. Because if y'all see my cheeks, they're so big. They have always been this big my entire life. So imagine these big old cheeks on this little bitty baby. And I was a big baby. I was a chunky baby. Like, I was one of the babies where you just want to play with the rolls. I was that baby. I'll put a picture on the screen if I can find one. Big White. Oh, the white part, because I was light-skinned. I'm the only light-skinned person in my family. Well, I grew up the only light-skinned person in my family. My children are godchildren, if y'all want to add that. My godchildren are my complexion, but their dad, that's from their dad's side of the family. But growing up, I was the only one this color in my entire family, and they call me Big White. Do you like or dislike surprises? Why or why not? I love surprises. I don't get a lot of surprises, though. My mama will surprise me with stuff, but I don't get a lot of surprises. Okay, let's keep going. What are your hobbies? YouTube. I wish I could say reading. That's not my hobby, girl. I have to make myself read. I'm gonna go in with Sauced out of the Naked palette. And that's this color right here. It's just a little lighter than Low Blow. To go like higher. Right before I get into my eyebrow area. But if y'all saw that, I cleaned up my bottom part. I'm just leaving it there for a little while. But I'm going to go like right in here with, let's do this Tempera. I don't know. From my Anastasia Soft Glam palette. This color right here. Alright, let's get into the next question. I still have questions. So, how would your family and friends describe you? Like, the best family and friend to have? Like, they don't know what they would do without me. Whatever I am to them, I'm a blessing to their life. Yeah, all good things. Of course, all good things. But one thing that I hear a lot is that I'm too free-hearted. So yeah, they would say I am extremely free-hearted. I am dedicated to the cause, whatever the cause may be. Give it to me. I'm gonna go all out with it. Trust me. Like, they're gonna say I'm dramatic. They're gonna say I'm extra. I may be a little extra. Y'all see my background. Like, this is what I was doing before YouTube. I love to decorate. What would they say bad about me? A lot of people say I'm spoiled, but I think they just talking, to be honest with you. Like, I don't think I'm spoiled. Oh, what is your biggest struggle? I'm stuck between social anxiety and people pleasing. I don't like people to be upset with me. I always say things are my fault. So yeah, I think that's the biggest struggle right now. So the next question is, we're almost done, guys. We are almost done. This has been so long. The next question is, what led you to Jesus? I've always known Jesus. I grew up in church. I grew up in a missionary Baptist church. My grandma was lead deaconess. Growing up, my mom made me go to church every single Sunday. I always was in Sunday school. I went to every single vacation Bible school. We used to go to the services after church. So I always have known Jesus. Now, what made me get serious about Jesus is in 2019, an unknown mysterious illness came over me, and he was all I had to lean on during that time because the doctors couldn't tell me what was going on. My mama couldn't tell me what was going on. No one could tell me I was going to be okay. And that's why I was introduced to a personal relationship with him. And that's why I knew, if I cannot continue to go down the path that I was on. I will do a video deeper on what that unknown illness was. And if you've watched videos before, you probably already know what it ended up being. But it totally changed my life around. It got me serious about Christ. It stopped me traveling from work. A lot of things happened because of that, but I wouldn't change it for anything because it did grow me closer to my Father. So yeah. The question is, what is a miracle that happened in your life? I probably would have to say on my 26th birthday. It was actually my birthday that day. My first lady was hosting a conference, and the ticket was pricey, y'all. It was like it was $100. If it wasn't $100, it was $200. And I didn't have that money. And I remember I just kept telling people, like, I'm going to the conference. I hadn't bought a ticket. Hadn't bought one ticket. But I kept saying, I'm gonna go to the conference. I'm gonna go to the conference. And I just knew I was gonna go to the conference. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. That was something I could have my complete faith in right there. Hadn't bought one ticket. At the time, I was going through the process of joining the church. We do have to, when you join my church, you do have to go to classes to join. So I was like in my third class at the time, which was held after church. So I was sitting there waiting for class to start, and this man walked up to the teacher and was just like, I want to bless 3 women with tickets to the conference. And it was 3 of us sitting there, and she was just like, hey, do you have tickets to the conference? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, he's buying you a VIP ticket. I honestly would say that was the biggest miracle that has happened in my life, because it was just proof that God, I mean, there's been other things where I'm like, God is real, but it was just like, it really showed me, like, if you have your faith in something and you are faithful, he will come through. He will come through. And that conference was amazing. That conference changed my life as well. I talked about that conference in our first episode. So if you guys haven't seen our first episode, definitely go check that out. But yeah, I'm going to go in with a little brush, this little pretty brush right here, while that's drying, and then just go underneath. And then the last question is, what are you believing God in for this season? I would have to say the biggest thing that I am believing in from God is that the podcast will become monetized. That's what I'm working the hardest for. That's what a lot of my time consists of. Yeah. Y'all see my Of God shirt? It's so cute. It's my cousin's t-shirt line. They'll be on sale soon. I'll be sure to add the link when he drops it. Okay. I'm going to go in with e.l.f. eyeliner to line my lashes. And probably... What are y'all doing for Valentine's Day? What are y'all doing for Valentine's Day? I don't have a date this year. I don't have a Valentine. But honestly, the years that I did have Valentine dates, they were disappointing, so I like it better. That's sad. But yeah, God is gonna send me somebody that makes my Valentine's Day worthwhile. I know He is. Okay, I have my line on. Now I am gonna let that dry, and then I'm gonna go into my inner crease with. I want to go in with the light pink. I might make like a little Valentine's Day dinner for me and my mom. Highlighter, the other side, that's cheek freak. Okay, as y'all can see, it's a staple. It's a staple. So I'm just gonna go and highlight the areas that I highlight, and I like to do this part of my cheek. I have to come up here. Alright guys, this is the final look. If I did have a date this year for Valentine's Day, this would be the look that I was going for. I look really cute to myself. Yes, I'm gonna gas my own self up until I can get somebody to gas me up. But this would be the look that I was going for. If you do have any questions on any of the products that I use, just please let me know. If you have any questions that you want to know about me that I didn't answer, let me know. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms that should be on your screen right now. And then if you do have any prayer requests, be sure to send those to obediencepodcast@gmail.com. And then comment down below any questions that I didn't answer that you want to know about me. Be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and then hit that bell notification so you can be notified every single time we post. I think that's all that I have for you. Let me know if you like this look. Let me know if you like these makeup videos. I can try to do more of them. This was a hassle, y'all. This is definitely outside of my comfort zone, but I did it, and I'm so proud of myself. Pat on the back. Right now, I'm about to get ready to go and film my date list video. So this video will be out after that video, so definitely go and check that video out right now. But until next time, as always, be obedient, and I'll see you guys next time on the next episode of Intentionally Shay.